You want to start it? You want to kick us off?
Absolutely.
All right.
The year is 2032, Friday. Well, I haven't written in this thing in years. I was getting home from work today and I saw this thing lying under a stack of paperwork. I guess I used to like writing it when I was a kid, so I figured I'd give it another try. There's a lot of catching up to do. Where to start?
Good job on
Rowley's
not
gone.
using the Lord's name in vain. I caught that. I got it.
I was thinking about it for a minute, like, no, I can't say that.
Usually for something like that, just say like "jeez" instead of like Jesus.
Jeez, no, that's probably a bad idea. Alright, when I was a kid, so I figured I'd give it another try. Jeez, there's a lot of catching up to do. Where to start? Rowley's gone. No, not dead or anything. He just moved away. He's lived in Boston for 7 years now, I think. I don't even remember anymore. Damn, I haven't spoken to him at all since he left. I still don't really want to talk about it. I work a good job, I guess. Me and Bryce Anderson work at this office downtown. I mean, it's not like I enjoy it, but it pays the bills. And am I happy? I'm not sure. He lives in Boston with you.
Alright. Like
You see him around.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I see Rowley around Boston, okay?
You'll have to get a picture with him.
Oh, well. Alright, are you on the second page now?
Yes.
Okay. Sunday. Roger still lives in Plainville, like me, but not Manny. He decided he was too good for us and went to New York in his 20s. The rest of the family still hasn't forgiven him. Me and Roderick will still see him if he's in town, but not Mom or Dad. Speaking of which, they're still living in the same house. Yeah, it's pretty old now, but they seem good there. Roderick's married now. He met this woman about 8 years ago, and they've got a kid. I don't know if I'm jealous or what, but Roderick seems to be the one who knows what he's doing.
Roderick's really pulled his life together.
Right?
Tuesday. Yeah. So Roderick's married. Me? I've never really thought about settling down. It's not like I don't get around. I do. But I've never actually had a serious relationship. Currently, I'm not seeing anyone. I guess I could say I've been busy with my job or something. But it'd just be making excuses. Work keeps me occupied, but it hasn't really been something I need to bring home. Plus, Bryce and I never really made it past being colleagues, so we don't do anything outside of the office. Hold on.
Oh?
I'm getting a phone call. No? Get to the hospital. Now, it's Dad. The cancer's gotten worse. Shit.
Just shit. Are you ready?
I'm looking at it. Just whenever you're ready.
I guess I have to come clean. Dad was diagnosed with lung cancer over a year ago. God, he looks so rough.
Little.
He started treatment almost as soon as he found out. A couple months back, the doctors told us that the cancer went into remission and we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Then, during a checkup, they found another tumor. So I guess the doctors here are just bullshit. Mom hasn't really been taking it well, which I guess is totally fair. For now, their savings are just covering the medical bills, but that won't last forever.
Mom's graying.
Right, I saw that. So, right after we just read Greg's No Nut November.
So am I
We
okay
know the
reading
truth.
We know what happened. No one else will.
We know what you're hiding, Susan. Yeah, read.
Yeah, well, actually, no. What happened to the real Susan?
I don't think that there ever was a real Susan. I think Susan was always that fucking, like, Wesley or whatever the fuck his name was.
Or how old's Greg?
This is 25 years later, so if we say he was like 13, he's like late 30s, early 40s right now.
So Susan was his mom for 13 years? Or not Susan, Wesley? That's Pencil Dick?
Yeah, pencil dick.
Anyways, Thursday. You're never going to believe who just showed up at the hospital. That piece of shit, Manny. After almost a decade, this is when he decides to see Dad. Damn it. Roderick must have told him. I wish he told me, instead of just letting him walk in unannounced. He's in the hospital lobby with me and Rogic right now, and Mom's with Dad. Neither of them know Manny's here yet. Manny wants to go to see them now, so I guess we have to let him. Get the fuck out of here right now. Jeez.
Wow.
Dad's bald.
Oh shit.
Chemo.
Chemo. It didn't take many. Just looking at the picture. It didn't take Manny long to leave after that. He tried to talk to us on the way out, but Roger took care of that. Oh, voice. Took care of that. I'm home right now, trying to think all this through. For the first time in a long while, I'm genuinely scared. Not just for Dad, but for myself. This is never what I thought my life would be like when I was a kid. Why couldn't I have that life? Is there something wrong with me? I need someone I can talk to about it. I don't think Mom and Dad have ever truly understood me. So, not them. Roderick? Maybe. But I'm not gonna lie, him and his perfect life kind of intimidate me. Sure as hell not Manny. There's only one person I can think of who I want to talk to right now. Dear Rowley. I believe this is where we have to go back. You have
No.
to go back.
I clicked the next page and it sent me to the...
I guess it must just be showing them out of order. Whatever works.
Okay. Alright. Friday. Alright. Before I say what happened next, there's something I've needed to get off my chest for a long time. So here it goes. 7 years earlier, Riley and I were best friends. We had spent pretty much every day together since middle school. We went to college together and even moved into the same neighborhood afterwards. I was applying for a job at Funbrain Games.
Dude, Funbrain? Dude, Funbrain was my shit in, like, 3rd grade.
Hell's Funbrain?
Dude.
Just up real quick.
Dude, Funbrain is fucking sick. I don't know.
Oh, Do I know this? I don't think I've ever seen Funbrain.
Dude, Funbrain is the greatest website ever made. Although they've kind of... They've dropped down a couple tabs. Dude, they used to have it, like, set up, like, arcade style. And you'd, like, move your piece around and, like, do different, like, fun games and stuff that, like, test your knowledge and shit. It was so cool.
I would have never guessed.
Dude, it was so awesome. Alright. Go on.
I was applying for a job at Funbrain Games, the company that made Twisted Wizard. Rowley had actually managed to get Zooey Mama in the local paper. He got good pay, and from what I remember, he was doing a really good job. I was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life, but it only took one phone call for everything to change forever.
My thing. There we go. 7 years earlier. So Rowley got a call from this comic syndicate. Syndicate and what? You good?
Not looking at the right page.
Not?
It sent me to the top again. It keeps cycling me. Did you send me all of them?
I sent you all of them.
Hold on.
The image is Greg and Rowley are laying on the ground. It's right above the one where you see the silhouette of the car.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? Right. 7 years earlier. So Rowley got a call from this comic syndicate in Boston. They had seen his work and they wanted to offer him a position. The thing was, they only had room for one more cartoonist, so if Rowley wanted the job, he'd have to move to Boston within 2 weeks. Now, I wasn't in a particularly good mood already because Funbrain Games had just denied my application. So, when Riley gave me the news that he'd be moving to Boston in 2 weeks, I was devastated. The day before he moved, I told him to meet me on the roof of our old middle school, for old time's sakes. I had something I'd been waiting a long time to tell. Why am I struggling to talk so fucking much?
Just getting late.
Alright, let me just back up a little bit. I told him to meet me on the roof of our old middle school. I haven't even had that much to drink. I've been sipping it.
Tell it to the judge.
The day before he moved, I told him to meet me on the roof of our old middle school, for old time's sake. I had something I'd been waiting a long time to tell him that I needed to say before he was gone. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, man. No, I'm serious. I don't know if I'm bi or what, but I love you. He left the next morning. We haven't talked since.
What the heck? Why do they make Greg buy for Greg? Why do they make Greg buy for Rowley in every single one of these?
Are you on the next page?
No, I'm not. Hold on. Is it the car one?
Yeah, go to the next page. Just look at Rowley's fucking face.
Thursday. It's been 1 week since I tried to get in contact with Rowley. He still hasn't responded. At this point, I've only got one option left. Now leaving Plainville. Welcome to Boston.
Look at the fucking Joshy poster on the left side.
Saw that.
Dude,
Saw that.
that's a nice little callback. All right, I'm not gay. I'm not gay, Greg. Slams the fucking door.
Stop.
My father is dead. He's gone. I'll never see him again. I'll never be able to talk to him again. I'll never be able to tell him what I thought of him, what I really thought of him. This was the man who made me hide my sexuality for the last 3 decades.
Shit. What is this book?
He's the reason I'm miserable. I remember when I was 16, I tried to tell him the truth. He didn't take it well.
Damn right.
Damn right, boy. Good. That's a good daddy right there. He never talked to me about it again. I guess he figured I'd changed my mind. I should have gotten this off my chest when I had the chance. Should have told him when I could. I don't think I'll go to the funeral. Roderick told me it will be on Monday. I haven't even been in Plainville. I've been living in my car in Boston for the past 2 days. I guess this means I'll have to write down what I thought of him instead of actually saying it, just like every other genuine emotion I've ever had. Fuck you, Dad. Holy shit.
Story's getting pretty intense.
This is tame compared to the one we read before this that we had to completely dismiss. We read like probably about an hour worth of a story just to scrap it because it just got way too fucked up.
Okay, I was gonna read it either way. I genuinely thought it was kind of funny and entertaining, but then, at some point there was a flip. There was a switch that was flipped.
It was after Manny nutted, bro. After Manny nutted, the entire story went downhill.
Yeah, it did. It certainly did.
The pig ate his dick.
There's a lot.
Just read Thursday.
Thursday. Wednesday. The funeral was 2 days ago. I didn't go. But I ended up driving back to Plainville yesterday because there's really nothing left for me in Boston. I found a termination letter from the office in my mailbox, which I guess I should have expected when I wasn't at work for a week. I realized I needed to have some sort of closure with Dad, so I decided to visit his grave last night. Yes, I wasn't the only one with that idea, though. When I arrived at the cemetery, I detected the smell of gasoline. It suddenly made sense when I saw Manny standing at Dad's grave with a lit match. Drank heavily on fire. I don't know what I wanted to do there last night, but it sure as hell wasn't that. I feel sick.
Manny is sick.
Holy it's so weird seeing Manny as tall as Greg right here.
Manly. Just a fucking buff ass Manny beating the shit out of people. Do you see the image for Thursday?
I see the image. Now read it.
I couldn't deal with this by myself anymore. I needed someone to help me. It was only a matter of time before I became Manny, and after what I saw, what he was capable of at the graveyard, I couldn't let that happen. I wasn't about to let this hate dominate my life anymore. I was scared of what Mom and Roger would think of me after skipping the funeral, and I was pretty raw after what happened with Rowley.
Oh, God.
So it took a lot of nerve and even more alcohol to do what I did next. I feel... I'm not sure what I feel. What Bryce and I did this night isn't something I've ever done with another man. Like I said before, I've never been able to move on from Rowley, but I think I just did. I think I'm happy. It's been so long, I don't even remember what that feels like.
Why do they both look scared?
Also, there's a second part to 25 years later that we can also read. I'll check it out after we're done with this and see how long it is.
Alright. Friday. I guess you could say my day didn't start too well. Bryce, about my job. Is that what this was about? Jeez Christ. Greg, you can't do this to people. Get out. The worst part is, he wasn't even wrong. I've done this my whole life. I've manipulated and lied into getting my way. I guess I am no better than Manny or Dad. I figured I'd cut my losses and go home. But I guess I can't even do that because all I found when I arrived was a locked door and an eviction notice. I should have probably explained this a bit better. I never had much money saved to begin with. But when Dad got cancer, I ended up chipping in on his medical bills. And my paycheck just barely covered the rent. As soon as I got fired, there wasn't enough cash left. I'm still not ready to see Mom or Roderick. So I guess I'll take my chances on the streets.
That is a long text box.
What?
You don't see Friday?
No, it messed up again.
I was gonna say it's on there.
Which one?
It's alright. So scroll until you see Greg in a
It's
wheelchair.
it's been a long time. Is it that one?
No, alright. So scroll down until you see the silhouette of Greg in a wheelchair, and then it's the one below that. It's the one below.
Oh, below that, got it.
You got it. Friday. Right? It's a big text box, and that is Fregley.
Fregley?
Right? Friday. I'm not sure how to say this, but I spent the night at the Plainville homeless shelter. That's not even the craziest part. Fregley was there. I guess I had let my guard down because I ended up talking to him and even telling him what I've been going through. Jeez. I need to get myself prepared to read this. Look, Greg. My dad wasn't around a lot. I don't know if you knew that, but when he was pretty bad. He hit me. He hit my mom. Eventually, sometime during elementary school, Mom told him to leave, even though he was a total piece of shit. I still missed him. It wasn't easy without him. Mom barely had enough income to support me. You probably remember how I coped. Never quite acting normal. He took quite the mental toll, and I don't think I ever recovered. It's not like we could afford therapy. I know we weren't really friends, and I don't blame you for that. I've always had my mom, though. She's the best friend I've ever had. I don't want to tell you what to do, man, but I really think the best thing you can do is see your mom. At the end of the day, family's family. Damn. Who'd have thought the best advice I've ever been given would be from Fregley? I think the reason I'm stumbling so much over these words is because this is not how I would talk, and so it's weird to read. I would be like, damn, who'd have thought the best advice I'd ever been given would be from Fregley, or I'd ever be given would be from Fregley. He just
that's holding a reading. It's not how you would talk.
I know. The author uses so many more words than I would use, and so I'm stumbling over the words because it's so weird.
We should have written this.
The next one is right below that one. If it
with question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Saturday. Well, after what Fregley said, I decided it was time to see Mom. I wasn't sure how I felt when I knocked on the door of my childhood home, but the moment the door opened, I broke. Neither of us said a word. What seemed like a life's time, we stood there, motionless, and it all spilled out. All of our pain took the form of a million teardrops streaming down our faces.
Aww.
We talked for ages in the old living room about Dad, Roderick, and even Manny. We agreed it would be best if I stayed there until I got my shit together. Once I thought Mom went to bed, I remembered something about the old house. Way back in middle school, I hid my Meemaw's diamond wedding ring here in case I ever needed to pawn it to get myself out of some god-awful situation. Like the true asshole I am, that now might be that situation.
What a fucking scumbag.
What the hell?
Are you on Saturday, where it starts with...
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, what have you done? Like a broken record. That's all she could say. At first, in a hushed voice, repeating it at increasing volumes, until finally one last time. She fell to her knees and screamed, "Greg, what have you done?" I wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't say anything. I dropped the ring and ran, not sure where to go. After an hour of what I thought was aimless running, I realized where I was. Roderick's front lawn. It took me one look through the window seeing Roderick with his wife and kid to realize I can't do this. I thought I could, but I can't. What would I even say to him? What could he even do? All I can do is screw everything up, and he doesn't need that in his life. Nobody does. I'm done with all this. I'll just have to sleep in the alley.
So did he sell it?
I don't.
It says he drops it, so I don't understand what he did.
Oh, are you on Sunday? Where it says the end.
First of all, let me get something straight. This is no longer a journal, it's a suicide note. I'm not emotionally equipped to keep living like this. I've ruined every relationship I've ever had. I've got nowhere left to go. I'm truly stuck in this world with a bunch of morons who don't love me. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? Love. See, that's the thing. I've got a lot of love to give, but I've never gotten any back. Maybe when I was a kid, but even then, I don't think my parents ever really loved me. It looks like I've lost everything I have to live for. So I guess this is the end. Young children must be turned off or placed in airplanes.
They hold up a child. They switch it into airplane mode. Yes.